so folks can kind of follow along and see what they're learning and see what they're doing so that they can go back to like, okay, I know this part. Okay, what's next? That's just kind of how I like to build it upon. I think it's the logical way, just kind of sequentially, I think it works well for folks. So with that, you're pivoting, got to first and foremost, identifying the pivot. What's your existing business? What are you doing in your existing business, right? What is the dream that you had? What was the purpose why you started this business in the first place? What is it for? Right? What else is happening, right? Or even in yourself, you're like, how can I expand this? Which is the good part about this as we go into Dreamers cohort, I have a, a case study that we're actually inside of as we're speaking of it.
Oh,
Miss
wow.
Mildred Dillon. So, you know,
Yes.
working case study and testimonial actually really, you know, what do you have existingly right now, right? Okay, you have this. Is there more you want to do? As we spoke on the podcast in January, she said, I always wanted to have group sessions or kind of like I work one-on-one, and that's great. I kind of have all this information that I can share that I'd like to share on a mass level, right? So like, so why don't you just put the cohort together and kind of run a test and see how it goes? And guess what? That's what you're sitting in right now. The test,
Yes.
the cohort. One of my things I always like to say as I started this whole branding journey and stuff and looking into my master's and all that, I love taking something from inception to fruition. The
Yeah.
inception was actually before me, as she said 10 years earlier. She kind of had thought about this. But just kind of fast forward, we can say
Mhm.
the inception was, let's just say, was in January. And now we're kind of sitting in the fruition of it, right? That's kind of nice little quick window, which is cool. Shout out to Mildred for working through the night, many nights, and blowing up my Google Docs and all that stuff. But I appreciate it,
It
appreciate it
does.
all.
And
Um,
you can talk to a lot of people, but there aren't many people who do what you did. You kind of got in the boat with me, in a sense.
mm,
Like you walk this side by side. You can have a great idea, fill out the worksheet, but who are you bouncing it off of practically? But who's doing it with you? I'm the type of
right,
person who has to do things. If I don't do something, I get nervous because I
mm,
know that's where, to me, the magic is. It's in the action. It's doing something. So I can't just sit on an idea and not do anything. So when I reached out to
right,
you, you reached back and you responded and you clicked back. Now you're in the Google chat. Now we're doing stuff. And now we're in the cohort. So that's what I have to give a shout out is why you're uniquely qualified to teach this because you did walk it out. And it's so much more than having an idea.
right. Definitely. So, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Just doing my part. Like to help as much as I can. Life isn't for yourself; it's for others, and to pour out and to bless others. So glad to help.